Hello Maths Legends, another Halloween special for you today. What we're going to be looking at is transformations, and after today's lesson I'm hoping you'll be able to identify, describe, reflection, translation and rotation of two-dimensional shapes. So we're going to look at, guys, is the three different ways that transformations can happen in two-dimensional shapes. The first one we're going to look at is reflection. Now reflection, another word for reflection, I'm going to write it up here so you can write this in your notes, is to flip. Now flipping, it means just you need to be able to find the line that you are going, the line of symmetry or the line of reflection, which is in the middle, and you're going to flip that shape. Now if we have a look at the first one here, it's an L. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw this shape exactly the same on the other side. So the easiest way of doing it is to match it up perfectly. We could use our ruler and make sure that all of our lines are straight. Important to use a ruler. And that all of our lines are all the same length, all the same part. So you can see there, without a ruler, mine is very similar. Once again, we've got the M. You can see that if I'm going to reflect it, so you can see my line of reflection, it's that orange line in the middle. We have to make sure that it is exactly the same on the opposite side. Now, a really good way of doing this, and you can see I've made a mistake there, so I'm going to rub it out, is that I'm going to look at it and go, right, my 1 point, 1 across, my 1 point, 1 across, here's another one, and then I've got 2, and I'm going to go down 3, back up to the top and back over, come down, and you can see that I'm starting to put some little plots, not there, but this one here, and then I can join up all of my plots. Like I said, I can't use a ruler on this software, but you can see that even with my untidiness, that you can see that the reflection, the shape is exactly the same, but has been flipped over that line. So I'm going to write that up there again. It has been flipped. Translation is the next one, and when you're translating a shape, you're going to slide it. So I'm going to write slide there. So the shape stays exactly the same. It doesn't change shape. It doesn't change the way it looks in any way. It's literally like you're just going to push it down or around your page. Now, normally when you're translating shape, it gives you directions. So in this case, it says translate this shape 5 to the left and 5 down. So if I draw my 3 main points, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to go 5 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to go 5 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's there. Do the same with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the fifth one is here. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here. Using my ruler again to make sure that my shape is perfect. I'm going to draw that triangle again. And you can see that my triangle, if it was using a ruler, would be the exact same shape. Has the exact same area, has the exact same length of side. Last one is rotation. Now rotation just means to spin. So we're going to spin the shape. Now normally when you're rotating a shape, it will show you the point of rotation, so where you actually have to rotate around. Here's some examples here of a shape that's rotated. So you can see here it's rotated around this way. Same with this one, it's rotated around this one. Both of these shapes have been rotated 90 degrees. Now remember, in this case, we have gone from left to right on the rotation. You can see that they've gone from left to right. So if we look at a clock, we know that if it's going left to right around our clock, that it is going clockwise. So normally when we are looking at rotation, we have to give whether it is anti-clockwise or clockwise, and whether it is being spun 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270, or even 360 degrees in some cases. Okay, here's an example where you might get more than one thing. Now in this case, it hasn't got translate, reflect. We're using those words, the easy, simple words. So we've said here, slide this right 3 squares, then draw the outline. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3. I'm going to draw the outline. There it is there. Flip right and then draw the outline. So if I'm going to flip to the right, you can see my line of reflection. I'm going to flip to the right. There it is. Then it says you're going to slide it down 2 squares, 1, 2, and then left 3 squares, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 here. Great one. And then it says you're going to flip it upwards. So if we flip it upwards, we know that it's the line is there for our flip, and then it says to colour it in. So I should never have coloured that one in here to start with, because it just said draw the outline. Okay, your turn now. This is a bit trickier. We've got the circle. It's got a number of different instructions that it wants you to do, including a rotate 90 degrees clockwise. So remember, clockwise, I'm going to give you a little help here, means spinning it this way. 90 degrees means kind of a quarter turn. Okay, I'm going to give you an opportunity now, gentlemen. Please stop the video now. Do this in your maths book or do this in your diary. Use your ruler to set up a grid, and I want you to follow these steps, please. I'll be checking your diary to see that this has been done. Okay, let's have a quick look here. So slide down 1 square. So we're going to slide down 1 square and then rotate it 90 degrees clockwise. So if I'm going to do it 90 degrees clockwise, my shape then, the little cutout part is facing to the right. I'm going to slide it 4 squares to the left. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm over here now. It then says that it wants you to flip it right. It's going to flip. So it's going to look like it's symmetrical or a mirrored image. All right, then it says slide it down 1 square and 1 to the right. So 1 square down, 1 to the right, and then it says you're going to rotate it 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So we're doing it anti-clockwise. Remember, anti-clockwise means this way. So our shape then looks like so. And then it says colour the shape. So that's what your shape should have looked like, gents, if you got to the end. Please write down success criteria. The main things that you need to remember is what is reflecting, translating, and rotating. Any other little keys that you can give to make sure that you know how to do it. So like clockwise and anti-clockwise, and how to remember 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 270 degrees. Please have that ready for the next maths lesson. Thanks, gents.